During my normal Facebook scroll, swiping up and down, just bored, I saw a post, and the post was about, or posed a question: would you ask your children for parental advice? And I get the question, you know, and it's just asking, would a parent go, or would you, or have you go to your children and ask, for advice on parenting them? Would you? No?
No.
Well, and I looked through the comments, and there were parents that actually said they would or they have. And no right or wrong answer. It's how you conduct in your household. That's what you do. But it led me to the question, another question. What would my mama come to me and ask for advice on parenting me? It was a quick response to it.
Right.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Not his mama.
No, not
Not my mama.
I often say,
And not my daddy.
Yeah.
If you know my parents, you know they're not gonna ask me. If you know his mama,
Yeah, y'all know my mom. She ain't having that.
She ain't having that.
But it's the difference in the time. The time
Mm-hmm.
has changed.
Right.
When we were coming up, and I blame it. I blame it on how we were raised. But
Right.
one particular area of influence. What was your favorite family show on television growing up?
The Cosby.
The Cosby Show. The Cosby Show. What did you like about their parenting style?
I like that they were on the same page.
They were on the same page.
I love that, the relationship between the mom and the kids. Although she was stern,
Mm-hmm.
she loved them and she showed it.
She showed.
It was like a gentle spanking type thing. Not, well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Yes.
It was like, I don't know how to explain it.
Because Claire Huxtable never laid a hand on the children.
No, I know, but you know how you say, "Oh, my father spanked me," my father in heaven, but he ain't never hit us. It's just when you go through something and you get that consequence.
Okay. So consequence.
And then she gave those consequences.
Right. Because Claire had a look in her face.
Yeah.
Even on that series, Cliff kind of, he would play with the kids, but you can tell the look in their eyes that they weren't playing.
Right.
They knew that. And that was yours. Let me tell you mine's. Mine's was what's happening. Now.
Ooh, that mama. Ooh.
Yeah, I think her name was Mabel.
Yes.
Mabel. Mabel would lay hands on her kids. Roger was a teenager.
Yeah.
And he was scared of his mama.
Very scared.
She would say, "Go get that belt."
He was like, Mom, wait a minute, Mama.
And what was Dee's favorite word?
Oh, you gonna get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Or you gonna get it, yeah.
Now, in that show, I never saw Mabel go to her kids asking for advice. No, she didn't. And she wasn't gonna do it. I don't think. I think she was a single parent too, right?
Yes.
Right. So you have two different family shows. You have a single parent, What's Happening. You have two parents in The Cosby Show.
Mm-hmm.
Both illustrated, the dynamic between raising kids.
Yeah.
Now it brings me back to the post. When you have the difference in areas or, parenting styles,
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about now the kids that we were versus the kids that we had raising kids.
Yes.
And this is a difference because they're watching the shows today. What family show today is a good family show? I tried.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I like Family Reunion with
Reunion.
Loretta Devine.
But that's on Netflix, right?
Still, you asked,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, it's a kid-friendly, family-oriented show, and I love the dynamics between the parents the grandparents, the kids, you know.
That's a
So,
good show. That's a good show.
but even on there, they don't ask.
Right. They don't ask. And when you're thinking about family shows, the last thing you see on any type of show, even back then, besides what's happening, is parents discipline kids.
Mm-hmm.
In today's television, you won't see it at all.
Right.
You won't. And you probably will see them going to their children asking for advice. You probably will, because the times have changed. Children children tend to be children. And then parental advice is one of those things where you would go and ask another parent. You say, hey.
Like they have the groups,
Right. And your groups is on Facebook today.
the parent groups.
The parent groups.
I like the parent groups though.
I mean, but you can't raise your children like the next door neighbor children.
Right, you can't do that.
So you're getting advice from another parent, but that might not be the same situation.
But that, you know, that's the same as, you know, you raise your kids with a village. That's you know, you're getting advice from a parent, not from a child. You're asking advice from a parent. Now you can use that advice or not, but it's giving you kind of like an idea of like, okay, well, let me try this. But
Correct.
you know, I've never seen on a parent group where a parent said, I'm going to ask my child.
Right. And it was going, when I was coming up, the one thing you did not want to do is make your mama mad, because it's probably going to make the next door neighbor mama mad too. And when you're talking about it takes a village, that village will come over with belts. Everybody got a belt.
Yeah,
And so, you know, you were probably going to get more than one whooping.
maybe.
Maybe. And then that's your form of discipline.
Yeah.
Today's children exclude the whoopings, but you have to take stuff away. Like,
Phones,
you take their phone away.
games.
You take their games away.
You can't go outside.
They don't
No, go outside. No, yeah.
You send them outside.
Yeah, that's their
That's the
punishment.
punishment. Because
That's
they
their
not.
punishment.
Today's
Go
kids
outside.
take you take the electronics.
Oh my God.
Right. You take the electronics. You take the stuff that they want to do. You take that away.
Yeah.
The stuff that they don't want to do, you make them. You know, might make them clean up their room or whatever. Yeah, make them go outside.
Yeah,
That's
clean
crazy.
their room. They supposed to be doing that anyway.
Right.
That ain't no punishment.
It's
If
not.
Now, if we make that a punishment instead of the chore for them to do, like on a daily basis, then
Right.
yeah.
And
That's a whole nother episode.
and chores might be outdated anyway today, but it goes back to.
No, it ain't.
No, I'm saying I don't see kids doing chores today.
Ours do.
Or here, I mean, our kids gonna do chores because we did chores.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to spell chores.
Jalen, go clean up that, and you know she's 4.
Right.
But you got to start them now.
You have,
You know?
and that is what you just said. You have to start them at a young age. You start the children at a young age so that, like the Bible says, when you teach them, you know where they should go. So when they get older, you know they won't ever stray away from it. Today's society, we're straying away a little bit from the teaching, and it's all about the kids teaching us the way they want to go, and we as parents are compromising, because I saw a lot in those posts from parents. They are compromising because the one thing you don't want to go and ask a child is how to be a parent when they're not a parent. The children or the child's response is probably going to be how to be more of a kid. Their response is going to be, hey, I want to be more of a kid, so let me play on my game more, let me not do chores more.
Right.
And now you're not teaching them to grow, you're teaching them to stay a child.
Yeah.
But to each his own, you know, some of the parents, kudos to you guys, if some of you
But
out
you know
there.
what? There are some parents out there that don't go to their kids. They're doing the best they can. They're, doing how they feel like, okay, this is how my child needs to be raised, and the child still, act a fool.
Right.
But still, if you, like Keon said, if you raise them up in the way that they should go, things sink in. Like, for instance, my dad and I, he used to always say, you need to do this. You need to be at home. No company when I'm not here. You know, you go to school to learn. Education is first, and things like that. And of course, you know, things go in one ear and out the other, but some things plant in the middle. And I told him, matter of fact, I called him and I apologized
Right.
to him because, you know, you don't understand the situation until you're in it.
Right.
And in parenting, you always, when I was younger, I would say, "Dad, that's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair. That's
Right.
not fair. You know, why I can't do this." But as I'm older now and being a grandparent, and you know, I understand. You know, these kids come to you and they're like, "Oh, well, I want to do this. I want to stay out late. I want to," and you're like, "No," because the way of the world right now. That's for us. Now, back then, that was the way of the world for our parents,
Right.
and how things were happening.
Right.
So, my dad never came to me and said, you know, "What do I need to do better?" Or my mom never came to me and said, "What do I need to do better?"
And right now, as a parent, you got to always remember you're teaching.
Mm.
We're teaching. It's not perfect, but we're teaching and we're learning.
Yep.
But you never want to give up your authority
Right.
as a parent. Never give that up. And I'm pretty sure you guys know that, and I'm preaching to the choir. I'm just saying, this is just one of those posts that, and parents when they're commenting on that, I think we're all trying to be the world's best parents
Yeah.
and get that award, which is if there's no
And
such
please
award.
don't just try and be that friend.
Yeah, you're not here. I didn't see nothing in the word. I don't see nothing. Now I see a lot of people who have written, so-called experts who have written books, and it seemed like, you know, the way to go is to be your child's friend. You do strive to want to be their friend. That's nobody wants to be an enemy. I mean, I ain't
Right.
trying to get you to hate me, but be careful on how they friend you. You know, are they your friend?
Because some friends can block you sometimes.
Right.
Some friends, I'm telling you, you know, that friendship area is bleak.
Right, it's a gray area in friendship, especially with your children.
Right.
Because you want them to have a reverence of fear for you. You don't want them to be like, okay, I'm gonna stay out late.
Yeah, she all right. My
You
mom
know,
will be okay.
my mom cool. When they
My
come
dad
to the
cool.
door, you like, where you been? And they like, well, I'm sorry.
Like, Dad, get over it. You know, calm down, chill out, mama.
Yeah, see, my hand shaking right in that. And that's an example. My hand, this my left hand shaking. Yeah.
I got it. I got his hand.
The right hand, boy.
I got it.
But to wrap this up, you know, and I know that you guys are parents out there, you're doing the best you can. The way of the world right now, you know, kids, they're doing more crime, they're getting in more trouble. Strive to not be the best parent, but be the parent that they need, not the parent that they want.
Right.
All right? That's not our show today. That was
We always give you a little nugget
Right.
or something, before the episode.
Yeah, that's my daily vent. You know,
Yeah.
Facebook posted, so I'm gonna say something. It's out there. But, babe, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about side piece. Side piece.
Side piece. Ooh,
It's two. Side piece.
oh,
Side piece.
oh, and I wasn't saying ooh because side piece. You know, I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the song side piece. There's a song.
It is.
Yeah, he said I left home. No, he say I left home
Yeah.
to be with my side piece. Yeah. I mean, that's just a song, y'all. You know, no side dishes or nothing over here. But I'm just saying, that's a nice song. But,
Somebody gonna be gone.
yeah, you take over the conversation right now. Why, give me a drink.
So, side piece and side piece. What's the difference? Well,
Well,
one is a piece of something.
oh, so you talking about it. Let me get my spelling right.
Get your-
Piece.
Yeah.
All right. That's like a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Explain that then.
Well, in a relationship, you can have a side piece,
Mhm.
with having a portion of calmness,
Hmm.
a portion of respect,
Okay.
a portion of love,
Okay.
a portion of, that your partner inside peace.
Hmm. I like that.
You want, as far as what God gives you, that peace, that inner peace.
So that's P-E-A-C-E.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Thank
that
you for the
peace.
spelling.
Oh yeah,
Lesson.
I got a B plus in spelling.
You want the wholeness. That's the wholeness of it.
Okay.
You want that peace within. You want that peace in your relationship, in your marriage,
Okay.
in your finances, in your parenting.
So you want peace that's in no drama. You don't want no stuff
Mm-hmm.
out of nothing
Right.
when it comes to that. So peace versus peace.
Right.
So, and that, you know what? I thought about this too. As a man, and I'm not talking about any other man but myself, early on in relationships or when dating, you go from peace, P-I-E-C-E,
Mm-hmm.
to peace, P-E-A-C-E. And example,
Okay.
you want a peace from that woman. When you first dating, when you just the immature guy, immature Keon. I
Okay.
wanted a piece. I want a piece of that. Sorry. I'm just being vulnerable right now. It's a
Okay.
safe place.
All
I
right.
wanted a piece.
Okay.
And then as I got older, I wanted peace. More, I like peace. I like that other peace.
Mm-hmm.
But I want peace more. Does that make sense?
Baby, I get it.
Okay.
Because it's the same thing. Do you want that? Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
When we first started dating, yes, he wanted a piece. So did I. Why not? We trying to get together, hook up. We didn't have that understanding of what the PEACE was. Okay, we only knew, okay, I just want what I want right now.
Right.
That's something quick. I want it now. Oh, I see you. I don't know you, but I see you now. I like that.
Right.
As we're, starting off dating, immature, not knowing each other, I don't know your habits, you don't know mine,
Right.
And so we're taking what we can get at the moment
Okay.
because we didn't really try and get to know each other before we were intimate, before we said, okay, boyfriend, girlfriend, all that stuff.
Right.
So we're just getting pieces of each other.
Hmm.
We're getting pieces of, I know you a little bit.
Right.
You know me a little bit.
Right.
But as you get older, and because we were getting all those little bitty pieces, everything that came together was like a little ball of just junk.
Hmm.
And that junk became bigger and bigger.
Like a boulder.
Yes. Because we're still not understanding how to put each little piece together,
Right.
the ones that fit. But once we started going to church, even in the beginning when we were going to church, because, and I'm not bashing no churches out there, and I don't want to do that. But you have to be careful of what church you go to. Because if you're coming in broken pieces, and you go somewhere and the head of the church is also in broken pieces, that's not helping us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're not getting, I didn't understand how to study. I didn't understand how to apply it. I didn't understand how, because it was a lot of, hey, yes, God, thank you. And I was like, where's the word?
Mm.
I didn't understand what he said, baby, but I know how to say, hey,
Mm.
thank
Amen.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, so as we started, going to a church that fed us and that taught how to study, how to apply, then slowly, as we, were trying, because it wasn't perfect in the beginning, but we were trying.
Right.
Slowly, pieces started coming together. And now my soul, I don't know about your soul, I can't speak for you. My soul wanted more.
My soul wanted too.
Okay, just say it, because I don't want to speak.
Amen.
I don't want to speak, My soul wanted more. And so we were yearning for, okay, I need wholeness.
Right.
I need more love.
Right.
I need more understanding.
Right.
I need more comfort. And you try and find it in the person that you started off with these broken pieces. And the one person that we didn't understand where to get all that from, we didn't understand how to get that.
Right.
But once you're still willing and that desire is there,
Yeah.
you start learning how to become whole, become as one. And in order to do that, it doesn't take me and you, bam, okay, now we're whole. It has to take me and God, and it has to take him and God for us to come whole. I keep saying to come, but to become
We know what you mean.
to become whole. Okay. When we were going through struggles and we were going through our really bad moments,
Yeah.
the junk, oh my goodness. So just imagine a jelly donut.
I don't like jelly donuts.
Okay, good. Just imagine a jelly donut, and you got that jelly in the filling, because it's not solid. It's like squishy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you start trying to. I'm demanding peace now. I
Okay.
still don't know how to get it, but I'm demanding it from you.
Okay.
So I'm taking this junk that we already put together, and I'm trying to press it because I'm demanding now. I want us to become whole. Please. Please and thank you.
All right.
And all that's coming out is mush.
Ew.
Yeah. Mush. Just,
Just
it's nothing.
Yeah.
But once we got on the same page,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Pastor Des. Thank you, Lady Des, Pastor Des.
Lady Des and Pastor Bell.
I was in a moment. Thank you, though. Thank you, Pastor Bell. Thank you, Lady Des. When you start teaching, when you start going to a place where they're teaching and you're getting that understanding, now that ball is being broken apart, but when you're bringing it together, you're bringing those, I love you. You love me and I love you.
Right.
I'm loving you with my whole heart.
Right.
You're loving me with your whole heart, not
just
pieces. I'm not
pieces.
giving you pieces.
Right.
I just need understanding. Now I'm understanding you wholeheartedly.
Right.
Okay? I'm giving you my all and my ears. I'm giving you 100%.
Mm.
I'm
So
not giving you
we're making time to learn
things on purpose.
Okay.
We're doing
on
things on purpose
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So all those little, the junk balls are now becoming purposeful
Mm-hmm.
situations.
Right.
The moment of talking, the moment of spending time together,
Okay.
the moments, all that becomes on a journey to being 100% at peace.
Gotcha. And when you do and I got a good visual on the pieces in the piece.
Okay.
Because what you just said broke it down really, really good. And just looking at a reflection of our lives, just looking at the reflection of our marriage, we moved from pieces to peace. But understanding your marriage, if you're going through that, it's okay, but you have to do that.
Yeah.
You have to go through the journey of a marriage. The journey. I heard someone say, that you don't marry the person that you love. Don't marry. If you love them, don't marry them. And I didn't get that.
I never heard that though.
Yeah, I heard that. And I didn't get it because once you get married, you're going to move from you're going to move from loving that person. It's going to be some days you don't even like that person.
Mhm.
So your love is going to get tested. It's
Okay.
going to get tested. And sometimes when we're in that moment of love,
I kind of get it now.
okay, when you love something so much,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you don't even see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You don't even, you glance over, they say love is blind. You don't even see the faults. You don't even ask. You just go in blindly. And then when you get in the situation and you don't like that person, you think it's grounds for, oh, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
You changed on me. You changed when we got married.
Mhm.
So the pieces that I was giving you in the beginning,
Mhm.
you disregarded them. Now we got in the marriage, the peace, Peace, there's no peace now because the pieces are there. You're like, no, I'm not here to pick up pieces. You broken, and I don't want that. Our marriage is broken. You broke, I'm gone. You have to want to get on the journey. You know, you have to want to get on what they call a love train.
Mhm.
The party train, you gotta want to get. Hey, it's gonna be ups, downs. You're gonna go through some lefts, some rights. It's not about that. But I love the way you put it, pieces and peace, because I remember, I remember. You know, I didn't care too much about anything, but that peace. You know, getting the piece of her, or the pieces that I was getting, I was cool with it. But then as I got older and we got in the marriage, and then we started having the conflicts, I'm like, okay, I want peace. I want the Peace. So sometimes they'll move us mentally. They'll divorce us mentally. We're divorced mentally. It's
Yeah.
like I'm not even paying attention to what the pieces of you that's broken.
Right.
Because I want peace. So you need to go fix yourself.
Right.
And then now me, I'm perfect. I don't have no pieces. Something wrong with you, not me. But the analyzation comes when you realize that two people, we don't come in 50-50. It's all 100%, all 100%. And then you get that in your marriage. The peace, sometimes life can steal it. It can be stolen from you.
Oh yeah.
Situations, it could be in your family. Sometimes family will steal your peace.
Mhm.
Sometimes your kids will steal your peace. It's your job, your finances. It could be anything. It will come to steal the peace in your relationship, in your marriage. Just you as a person, it will come to steal it.
Right.
And then sometimes when it's stolen from you, sometimes when your peace, Peace, is stolen from you, then it leaves you in pieces. Pieces. Did I get that right?
Leave a comment.
Pieces. I got a B plus in spelling.
Okay.
I didn't get an A because I was absent the last day of school.
So.
But anyway, when you're going through life's journey, when you're going through the legacy, marriage. It ain't just in your marriage. I keep saying marriage, but you can be on the journey of your oneness.
Yeah.
Just you.
Yeah.
You can be on the journey of just finding about yourself. And sometimes life, your childhood, it can leave you broken in pieces.
It really can, because that leaves you with. When you have peace, Pace, there's no distraction.
Peace.
That's what I just said.
Okay, I didn't hear the E. The E was silent.
When you have peace, there's no distractions. There's no aggression. There's no war. There is calmness.
Right.
There is stillness. There is it's so hard to explain the joy that you have when you're in peace,
Right.
that wholeness, that oneness, especially with yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
It's so unexplainable because nothing can get you off track.
Right.
Nothing can get you agitated.
Right.
Nothing can get you riled up, because you're in such a place, in such a stillness, and your mental is like, okay, we can handle this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your demeanor has changed.
Mm-hmm.
The outlook has changed. From you went from immature
Right.
to mature.
Right.
And all that stuff that was in between got you to that place of I'm desiring, I'm demanding, I'm gonna, focus on keeping my peace.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to sit down and listen to you and what you need.
Right.
I'm going to ask you what you need.
Right.
And I want you to do the same for me.
Right.
It's like that togetherness, like we said last episode, that being on one accord, one page, that type of peace you don't ever want broken. You don't ever want broken. So we used to do that. We used to think we was at that PEACE. We used to think that.
Right.
But when somebody came in, like a family member or finances, and we're just like, oh no, and you frantic. No, because when you're in that 100% peace, okay, we'll handle it. That maturity. It's that maturity. And you can't get that unless you are at one with him, you and him. Then you can become together. You know what I mean? Leave a comment.
Well, and it's hard because
Yeah, it's hard.
you
Not
get
easy.
distracted off your peace. I mean, like in the illustration that you just gave, an example, our peace, I want to say fake peace.
We have fake peace.
But it could have fake peace, and fake peace looks like this. It's you have
Act it out, babe.
you haven't had a challenge yet.
Can you act it out?
Fake peace? Well, I can only give an example. Let's say that to me, I'm the greatest basketball player in the world. How many games I played? None. Here comes this challenge, and then I lose. I self-appointed myself as the greatest, but then when somebody came to challenge me, and I lost, I can no longer say that I'm the greatest. You can't put something on yourself. You can't say I have peace, and when something comes, it crumbles real easy. It could have been something just so minor.
Yeah.
It could have been something that you got wrote up at your job. Now your peace is gone. In your house, you just mad at everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes in our walks as a Christian, it's like that as well. We can believe in the word, and I read the word, and
I studied the word.
I studied the word.
I know the scripture.
You can quote all 500 scriptures or whatever, but then when it's a challenge that comes,
and you're like, I can't do this. I just can't do this. No, I'm giving up.
and then now that your walk was fake. The foundation is not. You walking
not
on
the
ground.
Walk, but not the walk.
But maybe not the
The
walk.
walk is hard. It's a process.
Well, that's what the challenge in peace. To get peace is
They
hard.
have to go through that walk.
You got you
and get
true-
them
Yeah.
obstacles.
To get true peace, you got to go through a war.
You have to.
There's no peace without a war. And you can't have peace without a war. If you are in a war, then okay, you know what peace looks like. Because it's the opposite of that. Now you got to get out of this war to get back to your true, genuine peace.
And you may go through 3, 4, 5 wars.
Yeah.
But each time you're learning from that last.
Right.
And each time you're like, okay, I'm not going to let this happen again.
Right.
But something different may happen.
And it's a purpose.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's okay. Don't fall for the okie doke.
Yeah.
Don't let someone say that that your peace, the peace that you have is compromised. Don't And that's compromised because they came in and they challenged you, and now you don't have peace. Now you're in pieces
Right.
because you have lost peace. Don't let that challenge deter you. Get stand on your feet, stand in your word, get yourself in the group, get somebody to pray over you, no matter what's going
Or
on.
pray over yourself.
Or pray over yourself. Do something.
You have to learn how to to do it.
Right.
Because it may not be no one else around.
And that's the challenge. That's hard. I know it's hard with no one else around to keep your mind set on the target, because you need someone.
But there is somebody though.
Right. You can always pray to God. He's always there, and he's always
He's
listening.
always. He
When
never leaves.
No matter what's going on, even when unfortunately your spouse is acting a fool,
Like sometimes I do.
even when your kids are
And
acting
they
a
do.
fool,
They do.
even when your boss at work is acting a fool,
I got some good bosses.
even when that person in the grocery store pulling out of the car, they got in the parking spot, they got their blinkers like they finna back out, and you want that parking spot, and they just sitting there like you ain't like. Oh,
But you know what we do? Because we're there now, we'll sit there and wait with them.
Yeah.
And we'll wait, yeah.
Instead of
Because
losing
you
your
gotta
mind.
go. You gotta go cook dinner. You gotta go pick your child up. You got to get out.
Yeah, that's the funniest stuff, because they know we want the spot, but you actually gonna sit there. Some people lose their mind, it road rage, but don't let that steal your peace.
Don't let that. Don't let it.
Don't let.
We sit there. We like, look at that.
Right.
They
And
just
laugh
gonna
at
sit
'em.
there. They just gonna sit there and wait.
I have seen people get out their car, knock on the glass. I've seen people go and just start using every A, B, C word. But you don't let those situations steal your peace and leave you in pieces, because
Right.
you don't know what may happen or the target.
Right.
Your relationship, your love is always the target. Your heart is always the target. Don't let your heart get broken into pieces. And if it does get broken in pieces, gain your peace.
Yes.
Gain your peace back. I mean, that's it.
That's it.
That's it, and that's all, y'all. Come on.
And it's your relationship. It's your relationship. How bad do you want it?
My bad.
How bad do you want it? How bad do you want that peace in your relationship?
Right.
Because a lot of stuff is like petty. And I'm just going to put it out there. It's petty.
Very
You want to argue over just little stuff. When the war is not even between the two of you.
right.
It's a spiritual war. It's not between the two of you. You guys are in it together.
Exactly.
So just trust. When the enemy is after you, the enemy is after your partner.
Right.
So you guys have to fight that together.
Right.
And if you're not together, you're in pieces. If you're together, you're at peace.
Exactly.
And that's the greatest thing.
The goal is to leave you in pieces and steal your peace.
Yes, that's the goal for the enemy.
That's the goal. Even in this day and age, you see a lot of people in pieces. They're broken. And you see a lot of people, they're at war, whether it's mentally or in the world, their peace is compromised. So believe, even in this video, after this video, during this video, you're gonna get challenged.
Yeah.
You're gonna get challenged. The object is to keep your mind set on the target, whatever that target is. Get oneness, get close, because once you get past the storm, you will get your peace. After every storm, after every rain, even in the midst of a storm, after you see the rainbow, you see the blue skies, it's always peace. Side peace, P-I-E-C-E. Ooh, look at that boy spelling them words. Side peace, P-E-A-C-E.
Not like he reading it on.
Somebody need to put that up there, though. Producer,
Right.
can you do that?
No.
Oh. But B plus. I didn't get an A because I was absent the last day of school.
I believe you, baby.
All right, y'all. So This has been another episode of Let's Get Naked.
And talk.
My name is Keon.
I'm Lynn.
And yo, share the video. Share it, like it, spread the word. Y'all, because we blazing. We coming in. Boom. We coming out.
And look, you can get the entire podcast on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Get Naked and Talk on Spotify.
Yep.
Let's Get Naked and Talk on YouTube.
YouTube,
Let's Get Naked and Talk Facebook
Facebook.
and Instagram.
Look, you got all those platforms. Go use them, y'all. Let God use you.
Yes.
Until next time,